Hi guys, today we're going to react to Trace by DEXCORE. First time reaction. This is a Buy Me a Coffee request from DragonPhly. It's been a little while. Thank you DragonPhly for this request and for your support. Much appreciated.
Thank you DragonPhly for this request and for all the support you've shown us. We appreciate you. Thanks a lot.
Tracks and flowers and then for one act to say your head. All here's laughter. Someone playing distant. The passion I control. Getting erased and dragged me to where I was. Like a bridge with wilderness. Destroying everything. Destroying everything. Lost in the car of my mind. With no one hears my thing. Won't let the sound in my heartbeat.
DEXCORE, a new band for us. We haven't heard of them before. All male members. They come in hot and heavy with the harsh vocals. Their lead vocalist almost immediately reminded me in his makeup of Brandon Lee in The Crow. I know, different country, different theme, different everything, but that's what it projected. The song itself has a mainstream sensibility to it. I knew going in that this is a Japanese band from DragonPhly's notes, but I didn't know that they were going to sing in English. The entire song is sung in English. It's very fast to engage. It's very guttural. It's very dark. I can't wait to listen to how it turns out.
Yeah, I've expressed in the past that I'm not a massive fan of metalcore, but this sounds pretty good. I have to say I prefer the heavier parts to the, let's call them clean voice parts. It starts off really heavy and then straight away it goes into like this clean voice section.
Clean voice.
I thought that was a little bit amusing, but then again, it does sound good. The clean voice is good. The harsh vocals are good. Overall, there's a certain heaviness to them that I like. Also in the lyrics, I like that kind of, I guess, a darker tone. So far, yeah, really liking them. I've never heard them before, so this is really interesting.
I like the pacing. I like what they did with the song. They have these lull moments where they dish out explosive entries. There's more than one type of harsh vocals in here. They have a higher pitch harsh vocals, and then they have a lower pitch harsh vocals. They're both intertwining. It's like an attack on the senses, but the lull moments dish it out like how you would experience a series of explosions. Something a demolition crew would do to bring down a building. Boom, 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 and everything goes down. Feels like the same thing here. These lull moments, they're bringing everything to a halt. Many gear changes along the way. They're not just letting you rest from all the ruckus. They're like surprising you with the attack. It's not continuous. It's a really memorable experience to present a song like that. And the music video itself, it's fairly dark and I like it.
Yeah, there's something that we've discussed in quite a few reactions we've done to Japanese bands in the past, that a lot of Japanese or some Japanese bands just throw in a lot of stuff into a song, a lot of different subgenres, a lot of styles, a lot of whatever, that it's just not supposed to work together, but it somehow does. This is how I feel about this song. There is so much here, from metalcore to plain pop to like doom, sludge, death metal. It's like I'm hearing Falling in Reverse and Lorna Shore, you know, duet in the same song. And for some reason, it works. I'm listening to it and I'm like, where did that come from? And it's like, oh, hang on. Now they're going back to this. Now they're doing that. Okay. But it sounds good. So it's like I was almost ready to kind of criticize it for changing in that direction. And I'm like, but it actually sounds good. They're actually good at all those different styles, which is kind of impressive.
Yeah, it feels like they have a profound understanding of each genre they throw in the mix. I think they knew it would work going in. I don't think this was an experiment.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think this is experimental. I think this is their sound, and I think it's kind of very polished for what they do. I think that this is kind of potentially the kind of band they are. This is how they combine styles. I'm very curious to actually hear more from them to see if that's the case or not. It's like getting a punch in the gut and a hug at the same time, putting all these styles together, but somehow it works.
We've seen it before from Japanese bands. As you said, it's like they approach making music as a science. They find their sounds through the various genres, like trying different concoctions to create something new.
The one band that comes to mind, especially that did this with styles that we kind of have not exactly heard before, was Broken by the Scream. I remember that song. It was just kind of jarring to hear, but at the same time you go, this sounds really good. You don't expect it to be good and to work, but it does.
I think because we've trained our brains to respect and to contain one genre at a time. And there are genres that are maybe too close to one another or maybe too far from one another that you've never heard before. And the only reason you're predisposed to thinking that it won't work is because you don't listen to too many songs that mix them together. And when they do it, it's like they prove to you, no, this can work. Listen to this. It makes you realize that it would have worked all along. It just needed to be placed in a certain sequence.
When everything is integrated, how always shall remain in place. The word forces entered. How long got away? Every moment fades out before I lost myself again. However, true for my life, someone will notice my mark. Truly, it's just different shine without a doubt. However, true for my life. What do you say? Well, listen, you're after.
Okay.
Very jarring.
Wow.
Well, they doubled down on those attacks on the senses. It was funny to me when the harsh vocals went into hyper gear. When we're used to listening to harsh vocals, it represents, in my mind at least, frustration and fury and anger and something that slightly deviates from reality. But in here, it also felt like something that was inhuman. It's like, this is our band members, and also Azazel and Abaddon, the demons from hell, came to help us with the vocals. That's what it felt like. Too guttural, something otherworldly, that tone. I assume that they tweaked the voices to make them sound even more guttural and deeper, but I wouldn't be surprised if the lead vocalist or vocalists, because we heard several types of voices there, if they can produce these sounds from themselves, because I can only imagine what a live performance would sound like. The feeling that I get after having listened to the song, I wouldn't be surprised if that's their intent, a sense of trauma, like a traumatic event. I feel like somebody grabbed both my shoulders and shook me, and I think it correlates with the subject matter.
Yeah, there's something to this that just kept me thinking. We talked about so many bands that have gear changes, and it's like they heard us talk about bands like Sokoninaru and Ninginisu, and they said, oh, hold up here, because we're going to do something that's going to blow your mind. And it kind of does. The voices, like especially towards the end, I felt like the story was taking a shift. It all of a sudden went into something else. I thought I had some kind of a grasp on the lyrics, and then at the end I was like, maybe I don't.
Yeah.
Because it sounds like it tells a specific story and about something else. It went from something that I thought was kind of dark philosophical meaning of life into aliens have always controlled the planet and we've let them down. There's definitely a lot here.
I kept thinking about what it could mean because there's a sense of ambiguity that doesn't let you cement an idea. But as the song progressed, it felt like it might be stemming from either mental illness or physical illness, some sort of trauma, physical trauma. And then it felt like maybe they're talking about hard times like in a war. Maybe this is a PTSD issue that stems from that type of trauma to be portrayed in the form of this song. So it felt like to me that they're trying to pull the audience into that feeling wise, not visual or audible, just to feel what the narrator feels. But I can't put my finger on it. I don't know what the events that took place to bring forth this type of feeling that they're trying to convey.
Yeah, it felt like it was describing some sort of distress or trauma or something like that. Yeah. And then it felt like it was actually maybe just about some existential questions as to our place here and the meaning of it all and whatever. And then it went into something else completely that took me somewhere else. But again, it came after a shift in the music as well. I have a feeling that this was very much on purpose trying to tell a specific story that I feel like I've been left out of in a way. It's almost like you need to know a certain lore or a certain something about this to kind of work it out, but I'm not sure because there's a lot of all of this stuff that we've talked about in there. Somebody questioning their existence. Do I truly exist? Do I not? Is there any meaning to me being here? Am I leaving something behind? Is there going to be any proof of me having been here? But it seems like the narrator may be stuck between two realities, like seeing something that is outside of our reality and is trying to grasp what that means as to our actual reality of what he thought was there. And then it kind of goes somewhere else. I was like, okay, I'm going to give up and I'm going to have to go back to these lyrics and maybe do some research on this and see what exactly they were going for because I can't put my finger on it. There's even a section there that says the meaning of life, the very thing you're trying to steal, the meaning of my life, the very thing I swore to prove. It feels like the narrator has something with a different character that in some way trying to harm them, trying to take what their reality was. And that ending about humans. Humans are simple and filthy. Humans are tragic and weak. What do you seek? What do you seek? The world does not need your kind. Is that an alien saying that to humans, or is that humans saying that to someone, that last line? I assume that is said towards humans. It felt like it's a critique on humankind, but it's possible that it's not. It's just something within this story. Very cool, though.
Yeah, it felt like it could be something introspective, like humans are saying this about themselves. And the breadcrumbs that I try to gather, it's very out there. I don't think I'll ever really be able to grasp what they wanted to say here because it's so intricate. The video screens shot, something voyeuristic about somebody who's looking at somebody else from various angles. In my mind, it could either mean you see somebody or you see something from your own perspective, so you cast your own judgment on that somebody, even though you have no idea what you're looking at, so you bring in things from your own experience. Or it could mean the other way around, being oblivious to the fact that other people see you for what you really are, even though you think you're something else. Either or something else entirely. But But the thing with the video screens, it's clear to me that in the production of the video, somebody put those TV screens there. It has some sort of fundamental meaning to the lyrics, so I can only assume what it could mean.
Yeah, and watching the clip and reading the lyrics, my scriptwriter brain sort of went into a hyperdrive, kind of trying to work out, if I was seeing this in a movie, how I would perceive it as far as meaning. And it took me into something where I said that sort of split reality, like the Matrix. Like all of a sudden you can see the Matrix for what it is. And at the end, I felt like this was somebody who was asking a lot of questions, trying to work out the meaning of life, why are we here, the existence, what it all means, and actually got somewhere. So that last conversation, it's almost like the narrator got to face the creator, someone above, someone bigger, and all he got was that the creator is not happy with their own creation. Felt like kind of like a rats in a maze kind of thing, like humans are just part of some sort of an experiment. But again, all of these things come out of just our imagination, I guess. It could be that we're way off and nothing to do with what the song is really about. And that's what makes it cool, that it's very difficult to kind of pinpoint in one sitting on a first-time reaction.
What you said kind of correlates with the way they structured the song, because they're like on a journey to find the creator, to find the source, to get some answers, and that those lull moments felt like the breaching between layers of understanding reality. Every time there's a lull moment, it's like they have breached a previous layer and they're about to enter another layer. So they come from the darkness, they have lull moments where the screen goes black, and then they scream, they go into harsh vocals again. That's the next layer, and then another lull moment, and then the next layer, until they reach the entity that observes them through the TV screens. It correlates with what you said.
Before the segment that I read before, which was like a critique or criticism, let's say, on humanity, there were two sections before that. One that was kind of repeating stuff that was said before, where the narrator was saying, someone will notice my mark. I truly existed for sure. Without a doubt, I'll leave a trace of my life. But then it gets, what do you seek? What is it you're after? You are no longer needed. It's like, yeah, big change here. It's like I found some answers, but I didn't like them. So yeah, it's very cool.
It's like I found out that all my questions had nothing to do with me, that it's not all about me and all about what I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, I got answers, but they're not the answers I wanted. So yeah, that kind of thing. But again, we could be way, way, way off, and we may have just taken this somewhere we wanted to take it. I don't know. Cool stuff. DEXCORE, I like it. This was actually unexpected. Thank you, DragonPhly, for this request. It's been awesome. Absolutely surprising. I did not expect this. Thank you so much for all the support you've shown us, and I hope you will continue to. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks DragonPhly for introducing us to DEXCORE. This is a very interesting band with a very interesting song. More from them would be much appreciated. And of course, thank you for your support. If you enjoyed this episode, guys, please be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and click the little bell icon so you get notified on all our future videos. If you have a song in mind you'd like us to react to, please make your request through BuyMeACoffee. The link is at the top of the description below. Thank you all for sticking with us. Thank you all for your time.
Thanks a lot, guys, for all the support you're throwing our way. We appreciate you. We'll be back in a couple of days with a new episode, and we hope to see you all then. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye for now.
Bye, guys.